Hello, my name is Claudia Rufa.
And my name is Eli Morrison.
Welcome to this week's MCTV News Report. Here are the latest stories.
A recent poll by Washington Post and University of Maryland reveals that 61% of participants have never voted by mail. It's expected that this year's presidential election will be relying more on mail-in ballots more than ever before due to the COVID-19 pandemic. To prevent voter confusion, the Washington Post has created a guide allowing users to determine deadlines for registration and ballot requests based on the state they live. The last day to register to vote in New York is October 9th, and the last day to request a ballot is November 2nd. Look up the last day to register in your state and be sure to vote in this year's presidential election.
Just this morning, Tropical Storm Sally was declared a hurricane. Since May, there has been an abnormally high number of tropical storms and hurricanes as compared to the years prior. There have been 18 tropical storms in total, 5 of which had strengthened into hurricanes ranging from categories 1 through 4. Recent Hurricane Sally is predicted to make landfall on the Gulf Coast and is currently one of 5 main storms that NASA is tracking.
Massive wildfires have spread across the West Coast. The largest fire started on August 16th and is 30% contained. The most recent fire started on September 12th. The spread of these fires are said to be due to the warm and dry conditions in these areas. Firefighters and environmental officials are working around the clock to contain and extinguish these rapidly spreading fires. From the MLB to the NHL, here's this week's sports report with Justin Webster.
Hello, my name is Justin Webster. With the return of the NFL this week, for the first time in sports history, the NFL, NBA, MLB, MLS, WNBA, and the NHL played on the same day. If you love sports as much as I do, you're in sports heaven. With the NBA and NHL in playoffs, there is never a dry day in the sports world now. It seems that the sports teams have gotten locked down on the COVID-19 protocols, with the NBA having 0 cases entering the bubble in Orlando, Florida. The Lakers looked to win the bubble championship as they cruised into the Western Conference Final the other night, beating the Rockets 110-100. The NHL is also on the verge of their Stanley Cup Final with their own bubble in Canada between 2 cities, Edmonton and Toronto. The Tampa Bay Lightning are 1 win away from going to the final, up 3-1 on the Long Island Islanders, whereas the Dallas Stars are up 3-1 to the Las Vegas Knights. The MLB is coming down to the final stretch of the regular season, and for the fellow New York Mets or Yankees fans, it seems to be coming to the wire and win at all costs for the rest of the season. The MLS, the WNBA, and NFL have a long way to go into the playoffs, but so far all the sports leagues and associations are not only handling coronavirus well, but letting athletes put their voices out there with so many injustices going on. They're able to speak on the matters that are running through our country currently. I only hope these strides for justice can be made.
The perfectly preserved carcass of a cave bear from the Ice Age was found in the Russian Arctic. The discovery was made by reindeer herders who stumbled upon the finding by accident. The carcass is said to have been exposed after permafrost melted above it. Scientists predict that the bear lived about 37,300 years ago. This finding has been a great discovery for researchers around the world. From the latest on the Kardashians to Ellen DeGeneres, here is Michael Major with this week's entertainment report.
Hello and welcome to this week's entertainment report. I'm Michael Major. Kim Kardashian took to social media this past week to announce that Keeping Up with the Kardashians was ending after 14 years on the air. The reality show, which played for 20 seasons on VH1, is what shot the Kardashian family into mega stardom, giving viewers a glimpse into the lives of these pop culture icons. Kim concluded the message on behalf of her family, stating that this show made us who we are, and we will forever be in debt to everyone who played a role in shaping our careers and changing our lives forever. Taylor Swift's latest album, Folklore, recently spent its 6th week charting at the top of the Billboard 200, tying with Whitney Houston for the most weeks at #1 among women in the history of the Billboard 200 charts. Folklore, Swift's surprise release album that dropped in July, debuted at #1, selling a massive 846,000 copies and has stayed at number 1 ever since. She is also set to return to her country roots as she performs her song Betty for the first time on the Academy of Country Music Awards this Wednesday. Ellen DeGeneres is expected to make her return to daytime TV. The talk show host has confirmed that her talk show will return for its 18th season on Monday, September 21st. DeGeneres came under fire this summer after accusations surfaced that the host was fostering a toxic work environment behind the scenes of The Ellen Show. After staying silent for most of the summer, DeGeneres stated that she was excited to get back to work and is ready to address the allegations directly on her show.
Motorola has shared that their newest phone, yet to be released, can fold up to 100 times per day. This comes after Samsung released their foldable Galaxy phone in 2019. This new phone is not designed like the older flip phone version of cell phones, as the screen itself is supposed to fold. This new technology has been tested numerous times, and the company claims that its durability is unmatchable to the competition.
After 16 years in business, Mahoney's Irish Pub and Steakhouse has lost its liquor license. This occurred after numerous reports of numerous coronavirus rule violations. These included claims of gathering crowds, patrons not wearing masks, and patrons not ordering food with their drinks, which has become a mandated law in the state of New York. The pub is still serving food, but it is unknown when they will be able to sell alcohol to the public once again.
Although the state of New York is keeping their COVID-19 cases rate at or below 1%, other states in the U.S. are seeing an increase in cases each day. In South Carolina alone, there are reported 500 new cases since this past Sunday, bringing the total to over 129,000 cases since March. Many schools here in the Hudson Valley region have started remote schooling, from pre-K to high school. As a new school year begins amidst the COVID-19 pandemic, many students and parents are still struggling to adjust to their new system of remote learning. Parents and students in the Hudson Valley region were confused during the first week of online schooling, with some parents being unable to assist their children with their assignments. Other students and parents did not fully understand the new schedules put in place this year and did not know what time their classes began. If these issues are not resolved soon, this could be a major problem, as many of the school districts in the Hudson Valley will be using online instruction for the foreseeable future. That's all we have for tonight. I'm Eli Morrison.
And I'm Claudia Rufa. Thank you.